I think I told you before, but if I haven't, let me tell you again. When I went to college, I couldn't read or write. I learned to read and write while I was in college. Two things I only did: chase fast girls. Oh, y'all, you don't know what I mean. Don't y'all get all prissy and holy. And the second thing is I was an athlete. I could run track, I could play football. We went down there to Booker T. Washington and beat them like they stole something. I just had to say that because they were Booker T. And my brother, I realized I couldn't get by that. And so now, and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just saying because somebody found this in me. Now I read 4 languages. I count English as one, Carol, because I didn't know that one before. We have to have an environment where people can move from potential to actuality. We have to be encouraging of young people, not just Sally and Jimmy, but Pookie and Bubba and Ray Ray. And remind them that just because your mommy in jail, and just because your daddy is out here slinging dope, that has nothing to do with you. You can be more than that. And listen, I appreciate your money. I really do. I appreciate your giving. But I need some living testimonies. See, you may not know what it's like to live in poverty, but you know what it's like to survive. Because some folk up in here didn't always have it easy. There's some folk who had to learn how to take a little bit of nothing and put it together to make something else. You are a testimony. I need an environment where people can move from potential to actuality. I'm sorry, I didn't need to be here so long, but I really do feel like preaching when I come over here. We need to create a vision. Well, we create the better for someone else. Yeah, the good life. So I'll end it like this, and I'll get out of your way. When I was over at Second Baptist Columbia, I used to pastor second. I had the longest tenure of any pastor, continuous tenure in that church. Don't matter, they don't claim me. I know I was there. Oops. Great James Cone came to preach for me. Yeah, James Cone came to preach for me. And James Cone said, when he's looking for God, because remember the text says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. They will see demonstrations of the very presence of God. Blessed are the pure in heart. James Cole said, when he looks for God, he usually doesn't look in church. I know it doesn't happen in UU, but there are a whole lot of churches that are so filled with self-righteous navel-gazers. They're quick to tell you about how good and how holy they are, but when you need them, you're not going to find them. He said, I don't usually find them in church. When I want to see God, I walk behind the alleys of the liquor store, and I see folk who come from various backgrounds and persuasions, but they'll share a bottle in a brown paper bag. They won't even ask who's your mama, who your daddy, where you come from. They simply say, do you want some? Oh, yeah. I'm becoming more like James Cone now. I'm not so much looking for demonstrations of God in church, because churches have learned to be sophisticated of talking right and not necessarily walking right. By the way, let me show you what I mean. See, y'all got in trouble. See, you thought I didn't know anything about you, but I found out about you. Because the same way you can find out about me, I found out about you. And when you put together that shelter for homeless people in the middle of the winter, and over there at Shepherd Boulevard, they got upset because how dare you have those people over here in this neighborhood. You should have told them, baby, the reason they're here is because I see something of God in them. In the God when I'm watching, and so I'm watching. I'm watching little Ray Rays. I'm watching little Cookies. I'm watching little Shaquitas. I'm watching little Sallies. I'm watching little Randys grow up and not think about color first or what's on the outside first. I'm watching some older people who used to be racist now learning how to challenge their own racism. I'm watching some young folk who are not caught up in privilege and power, but want to say, use me, Lord, in your service. Show me how I can bless somebody else. Oh, I wish I had some help up in here. I am seeing images of God all around me. I'm watching people show up at the state capitol who used to wouldn't even speak to one another, now stand for justice. Is there anybody here? I'm sorry. So I got to speak to the Methodist women, and we were talking about situations because we're so homophobic. I said, I'm glad you're open and affirming, but all around you, we got folks still homophobic. Yeah. We got folk who want to talk about racism, but they still sexist. Good God Almighty. And the woman said, with all the problems we have, I'm sorry, I'm too long. With all the problems we have you given up hope? I said, I can't give up hope.
Can't do that.
For hope, like faith, is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence, of things not seen. I have hope when the world looks dark and drear. I still have hope. I have hope in people like you. I have hope because in the end we all got to leave here. And Husserl is right. The impinging of our death is a way of making us put priorities in the right positions. And if I'm going to die, I want to be remembered because I helped somebody along the way.